We are recording. All right, everyone. Welcome to Under a Hostile Sun. Some of you are returning players. Some of you are brand new. Just looking at my Ryan, why don't you go first, then Judah, then Faithful, and introduce your character to the group.
I am Ryan Kirkshank Ditmar, and I am playing under Hostile Sun. My name is Hector. I am an aerospace doctor. I am going to save people's lives. I guess you'll find out more about that later on.
All right, DJ.
My character is Dr. Schultz, the chemistry professor, aka Potions Master. He is going to be handling all sorts of crazy recipes for the party as they need them.
Perfect. And how about our Sticks?
You're
I
talking to
am
me? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I am Styx the smuggler. I'm a new player. Have barely seen gameplay of this, so just along for the guide.
Awesome. How about Ransom? Would you like to introduce Ransom the writer?
Yeah, so I am Ransom the writer. I, I go throughout the cosmos, trying to find new species to interact with, to be able to learn more about nature, and to show how we can, instead of using technology to survive in this hostile world, we use our little creature friends to be able to help us out in the survival. So
Awesome.
that's my goal.
And how about Watt the roboticist?
Yes. I am Slinky. I am playing Watt, the roboticist. His real name Walter, but he goes by the nickname Watt. He first started out as a child accidentally electrocuting himself, which got him interested in electricity and eventually machinery. Now he's out exploring space, looking for a way to bring back the lost art of robotics to help humanity explore even further.
Awesome. I like it. Put a fork in a socket and was like, I should do this again. I should do this for a living. Let's see. All right. So you all are, adventurers in this world where humanity is exploring the stars, and you have been hired by the Council of Eden, or at least their offshoot in this sector. There is a planet called Coeen Prime, who actually a colony has been on there for some time at this point. They've been doing fine. They are a chemical refinery colony. And what makes this planet special is that there is a cloud cover that shields the inside of the planet from heat, and that can make it as cold as negative 400 degrees Fahrenheit. One thing, from last adventure, you dealt with a volcanic environment and the heat of an adjacent sun, quite literally under a hostile sun. You're hoping this star system will be a little nicer to you all. It'll be cold, not hot. Surely everything will be fine. But the issue that you all are hired to take care of is that workers are starting to get sick. And so they've taken one of the workers that so far hasn't shown any symptoms to pick you up. They tested them prior to them meeting you, and their name is Andrew. Just Andrew, the doctor. Hi, you're the adventurous I'm supposed to take down to Coeen Prime. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. My name is Hector.
Oh, good. I imagine you all have lots of questions before we land. Rest assured that they've tested me for disease. I should be perfectly healthy, and we've heard good things about you from your adventures on Demeter 6 and elsewhere. And we're really hoping you all will be able to see what's changed on our planet that now we're getting sick. But any questions about conditions before we start flying in?
What is the symptoms of the sick?
It's very interesting. There's at first the person shows actually some sort of an increase in energy, become a little bit hyperactive. That lasts about a day. Then they get very tired, and then red boils form, and then patches of their skin become incredibly smooth, which is again a very unusual symptom. We're not sure what's causing it. And then it's funny, it's not, a lot of people are able to survive for a long time. I mean, they're just stuck in this sick state, as though the virus doesn't want to kill them. It just wants to parasite off of them. We're very confused by the nature of this disease. We presume that it's some sort of microorganism, but again, we don't know that for sure. But the boils, it does seem to be a microorganism more so than chemical, which is why quarantine protocols are in effect.
Hector is frivolously writing notes down, unlike me that never writes. Is there a fever? With this possible parasite or pathogen?
Yeah, yes, there is a fever, and that is one of the interesting aspects. Even when the person is showing hyperactive energy in that first part of the disease, their temperature starts to spike. And perhaps in light of the fact that we are an ice planet, maybe there's a connection there, we're not sure. But the virus does seem to want the host body, presuming it is the virus, to stay at a high temperature.
Do you have blood work?
Well, that's one thing we might need from you, Doctor. We are, again, a simple chemical refinery. We do have a priest on our expedition.
Please, show me the way.
That we shall do. So you all, whatever space station you are on now, you get on his space cruiser. And who here, he needs a co-pilot, who here is good at agility?
Not a 9. Is that good?
That is very bad.
I have
My
a 13.
agility's my agility's 13.
13 is correct.
Otto is 14.
Otto is winning.
14.
All right, 14. Otto, make an agility check just to start us off.
9.
You got a 9?
I have potions to create. Never mind, that was no in German.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I can do that. All right. Let's see here.
All right.
9.
That
Negative.
is not so good. So, as you approach this planet, suddenly a gust of wind, kind of intercepts your starship, and you all were kind of on a trajectory expecting a very still atmosphere. And suddenly this power gust comes out of nowhere, large enough to, and again, you're in a very small spaceship, so I mean, very small craft. It's literally just a transport for the present company. And the last thing you see, Otto, the last thing Otto sees is as you're about to crash, Andrew, your co-pilot, is like, release the canisters. We're completely in deep doo-doo if we don't release and he hits a button. You see he can't turn the ship on time, but he releases these gas canisters, and you crash into the ground. And with that, we will move into our first hostile environment scene. Please hold.
What? We crash? Why did we crash?
Sudden and unexpected atmospheric change, which might be a clue to what's happening on the planet. Let's see. I have Watt. I have Otto. I have Ransom. Oh, Hector. I need. Oh, and do we have art for Sticks?
Oh, shoot, not yet.
We can
I
use
can.
we can use the Artificer token. That seems fair for a smuggler.
Yeah, go for it.
So, in a hostile environment, it's the players against the environment. So, you are allowed to strategize who goes first and that sort of thing. So, there isn't a strict initiative system. That said, do we want to come up right now with a default order? How about Beast Rider is the fastest? Ransom, you'll be first.
All right.
I think I should be last.
Fair enough. We'll go Rance.
Last or like following up.
Watt, Auto. We'll do Auto and Sticks kind of together. Ransom, Watt, Auto, Sticks, and Hector last. All right.
Question: Do I already have my mount, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And that's
I
important.
forgot to mention about the mount.
Go on ahead.
So my steed is a lava walker, named Mr. Gibbles, and he, as the image shows, is kind of this. Well, it's ripped straight out of Star Wars, but it's basically this dinosaur bipedal looking creature that I'm able to ride around, and he has the ability to walk on lava. If I'm understanding that ability correctly,
That is correct.
right? Okay. So, yeah, I take Mr. Gibbles, and I think, so can you? I'm sorry. Can you explain what the? Oh, never mind. I see it now. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to go towards the closest thing, which is over here towards the molten, uh, molten minerals.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll tech for us.
Okay. So I rolled a 12, and so I failed that.
You do get the 1 on a fail. So let me get the marker. Each one can only be mined once. So you're only able to extract the 1. There might be more information to be gathered about your current situation and why it was so important to drop those canisters, but you're not able to get it at this time. You also are aware, I should have mentioned this earlier, you have crashed on this mountain away from the main colony you're all trying to get at, and you don't think they know where you are, so you are currently stranded alone unless you can somehow message for help. And that is probably that and finding Andrew. Andrew has gone missing, so if Andrew's still alive, you want to find Andrew somewhere, hopefully. And you also need to find a way to let people know you need rescue, hopefully. So, with that, we have Watt. Watt, make a free tech check for me. You there, Watt? Oh, cool. Yeah, no further no further information at this time. What would you like to do?
Well, first off, since we're out in the middle of nowhere and kind of stranded, I'm going to search the crash site and see if there's any machinery or something that can be salvaged, maybe to reconstruct or construct a radio of some kind.
Sure. Where would you like to look first?
I'm assuming that we're on the crash site, so or is that
Right.
just a piece of it?
So this whole thing is the crash site. You can see kind of parts of your ship everywhere.
Okay. What do I see around me right now? Like, what does the piece that I'm next to look like?
So up ahead, you do see a wing. It is a fairly large portion of the ship. In terms, you do know there will be electronics in the wing, and some of those could be used perhaps to help rig some sort of electronic device. Make a free focus check for me. 19. So yeah,
One time when I need to roll.
An unlucky start, it seems, but feel free to go somewhere. I believe your movement is about 5 spaces, right? Which would be 25 feet in Albert's measurements.
All right. Probably just move over here, close to this material.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll a tech check. Did I put a fog of war somehow accidentally over there?
Gosh.
Oh no.
Yes. Man, if we was playing D&D, we would be killing.
What did you get?
You really should join in Shadow Dark.
Keep seeing y'all play that. That looks fun.
Did you roll?
It is.
Only I had time. Sorry, go ahead.
Did you roll over your tech?
No, I rolled another 20.
Another 20. Darn. So
Yeah. So Watt pulls out a fork and sticks it into an outlet.
You do get the one. You do get the one. So those gases from those canisters that were around you are starting to dissipate. Make a focus check to see if you notice something.
Everyone or just me?
Just you.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's better.
So Andrew, recognizing that a crash was inevitable, decided to drop a safety mechanism, which was several giant canisters of CO2. And that CO2 cloud is now blowing away. You notice there's no fire currently on your spaceship. As that CO2 cloud goes away, you realize the natural level of oxygen in this atmosphere is like 70%. And furthermore, that remaining 30% has potentially ignitable chemicals that are coming from these vents. In other words, you are in an explosive atmosphere. So, with that in mind, let me read you some of the effects of explosive atmosphere. Please hold. And this will basically start after this, since your 2 turns you had the CO2 cloud. Explosive atmosphere. At the end of this first round, this only happens the first round, all players must make a tech check. If the majority of the party passes, nothing happens. If half the party fails, then an explosion occurs, dealing 2d10 damage, half on an elemental resist. And for all players in the environment going forward, any and all failed tech checks or checks to mine molten minerals or odd ore, there is a 50% chance of explosion. Again, this is if you fail. Furthermore, those vents will be off-putting potential gases. I'll mark those as they appear. Upon entering those gases, should they appear, you will need to make an elemental resist. On a failure, you will detonate the gas. So, It's a very it's one of those environments you want to do what you need to do and get out fast. Any questions on that?
Nope. Not
Cool,
for me
cool.
anyway.
All right. Otto, you have just learned that you are in a flammable plus 70% oxygen atmosphere. You're in a very precarious situation. What would you like to do?
Other than gleefully smiling and rubbing my hands together, I will check out the crash site, I guess. See if there's anything salvageable.
Moving, I suppose, to the nearest part of the crash site?
Yeah, that'll work.
Perfect. All right. Are you just observing with focus, or are you going to... Cool, yeah, make a focus check.
7 out of 16.
Perfect.
Nice.
You think that this wing, if a tech check is done at your own risk, a computer module could be extracted. That still works. The question, though, is to find a part that could transmit a message from said computer module. But you feel like you've gotten, or at least located in here, as one half of the lock and the key to becoming noticed. But no sign of Andrew in this one.
All right. Vought, get your hiney over here.
Give me a
We've got
second.
work for you to do.
I've been breathing in some CO2. My mind's a little foggy right now.
And that brings us
Cough it up.
to Styx. What would Styx like to do?
I suppose I'll just follow Dr. Otto.
Sure.
Over here.
Would you like to attempt, you're good at tech, I believe, as a smuggler. Would you like to try to extract that computer monitor?
Yes, I
All right.
would.
Make a tech check.
Under 14. Oh,
All
Not
right. Let's see how the atmosphere reacts. 50 and under is bad. The atmosphere does not explode on you. So,
That's
again,
good.
as Styx was hacking away, suddenly there was this massive spark, and everyone held their breaths, but there was just enough of that CO2 gas remaining to not have a big backdraft. And that will bring us to Hector.
We must get out of here. We said 25 feet, right?
That's right. If you move in a straight line, you can get to 50.
Oh, really?
Yep. And that would be your action, charging.
Where would I be if I want to get to this?
So if you charge towards that in a straight line, 50 feet will get you about here. You'll be next to the small one. You'll be able to do a focus check perhaps on that. Go ahead and give me a free focus check, just to kind of glance it over.
Come on, golf. 8.
So this...
My focus is 11.
Perfect. Right under. So you notice that it looks like, there's, on all these ship parts, there's some parts that are missing because they fell off. But you notice a module that looks like it's been very carefully extracted. And it is a module that was part of the ship's life support system. That makes you wonder if, Andrew, having been stranded in this situation, not having a life support suit like you all, with what time he had extracted perhaps a gas mask, a rigged gas mask from here. If he did that, theoretically he would have to be in a nearby radius. And we've already established he's not here. So he might be here, but he seems to be close by is what I'm saying.
Sabotage! We must execute this man.
All right.
Am I in talk? I'm not really in talking lengths with these people, right?
No, you're on comms. Astronauts have comms, so.
I believe this man sabotaged this airplane. This is spacecraft.
All right, 50% and under. We have an off-gas event. That is definitively 50% and under. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we got ourselves a marker. Gas cloud over here. Anyone, so our roboticist is just outside it. Upon entering or leaving it, or starting your turn there for the first time, or entering it for the first time, you'll need to do an elemental resist to make sure you don't ignite the explosive gas. And with that exciting circumstance, we will go to Ransom. What would Ransom like to do? You are safe.
Yeah, so remind me, on movement, I've got 6 with my mount. So how many feet is that on Owlbear?
And that's 30 feet. You also have, for each scene, 4 or 20 feet of bonus movement. Once you spend that, though, you've spent it. And you can choose to spend it on different turns. So you can move 8 one turn and 8 another turn, spending 2 bonus movement on the first turn, 2 bonus movement on the next. Or you can decide to spend all 4 bonus movement and move 10, which would be 50 feet. No.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 feet.
Question. I remember reading that there is life that has been crawling out of the ice since it's been melting. Is there a way that I can kind of look around to see if I see any kind of critters that are, or creatures that are walking around, or will you tell us when that event happens?
No,
or do I need to keep an active eye out for it?
It's always good to keep an active eye out. Go ahead and make a focus check for me.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's a pass. 6 out of 16.
So you find one of the more skittish creatures, a stardust butterfly, and its stats and whatnot are kind of summarized on this card. And we'll also use that card kind of at its token. It's keeping its distance from you all. It's over here. It eats strange sap, arcane algae, or helpful herbs. Currently, the only helpful herbs on the map is way over here. And currently, the party doesn't have any resources of their own. So to make a tame attempt, you would need to successfully mine some helpful herbs for food, and then do an attempted tame attempt.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to leave the Stardust Butterfly alone, since I can't make an attempt yet. And I'm going to go ahead and... Let me get out of measure. I'm going to move across through the gas field, but out using all 50 feet. Kind of sprinting through to try to get out of the gas. I don't want to stay in there for long, but make a quick sprint through it.
Remember, if you move in a straight line, you get to double move. So you can move 60 feet, and it would double your bonus movement too, if you really wanted to get far.
Oh, okay.
But that has to be a straight line.
Okay, well then, in that case, I do want to go through a straight line. So 60 feet wouldn't use my my double movement then, if I go straight.
Right, you can save it for next turn.
Then that's what I want to do. I want to go right here. So I went through the cloud to the other side. So I need to make you said an elemental check?
Yep, elemental resist. It'll be in your resists. I believe it's near the top right of the character sheet.
Yes, it's 12, so I'm going to go ahead and roll for that. Yes!
You make it. You make it. All right, you have moved. You have acted in terms of finding the location of that creature. Let us move to Watt. Watt, you are currently outside the gas bubble. What would you like to do?
I'm going to do my best to avoid the gas bubble. I'm going to see how far I can go. Yeah, I should be able to make it over to this thing over here.
Cool.
So I'm going to dead sprint down here and just kind of look over it, see what it is.
Make a focus check, free focus check.
Yes.
That'll
So,
do it.
so this was a resource store for the party. In addition to being an odd ore mining site, it can become, it's somewhat damaged right now, but you think, working with the computer, you can get it to produce a mining spot for one resource of your choice. And then you would have the opportunity to mine that resource. Do you want to pick that now or wait till your next turn?
I'll hold off just in
Cool.
case some other party members might have some suggestions.
Sounds good.
Until then, I'll radio back them with the information. It's like, hey guys, I found something over here. Looks like we can generate some resources with this thing.
Sounds good. Otto, you start your turn in the explosive bubble. Make an elemental resist.
Let's see. That would be okay. Nope.
All right. All of everyone in the gas bubble, make another elemental resist to hopefully only take half. Nope for Otto.
Yours is. Oh, wait, I showed you that earlier. Nope. Oh, so close. So close.
So you both take 9 stamina damage.
Ouch.
Lucky though, that means there's no more explosive gas bubble because it has exploded, at least for now. You still get to take. You still get to take your turn. What would you like to do, Otto?
Holding my nose after that. The curiosity gets the better of me, and I will warp around here and see if I can find anything to the source of this cloud.
You want to study the vent there?
Yes.
Cool. Make a focus check.
12 out of 16.
Nice, nice. So you know that Coene Prime, the reason why it's a chemical factory is that there is a chemical core of some sort in the center of the planet, and that chemical core off-gases. If you build your chemical plant on this, you can absorb chemicals from the core, hopefully refine them, and hopefully sell them. So this area is also off-gassing. You are very up high. You were on your descent when you crashed. You crashed into sort of a mountainous area, hence the clouds. That's kind of the protective cloud cover. And beneath that cloud cover is the Arctic. One thing, while you're studying all this, at a 12 under 16, you mess with the Earth and you find something that surprised you. It appears to be an ancient chemical tablet. What would be kind of a relic from the ancient space empire. I'll kind of put the wizard.
Shiny.
Jedi's.
You can, well, you took your turn to find it. On another turn, or maybe you just keep it until you get to a safe place, and then you can analyze it. But you believe that there is some sort of a recipe recorded on that.
Ooh. Sound good.
All right, Styx. Yeah, the party still needs that computer, hopefully. Do you want to try another attempt?
Yeah, I will.
Make a tech check.
Oof. Nope. Still not. You rolled the same thing you did last time.
Yeah.
So close. 50 under 11 is bad. All right, make an elemental check. Elemental resist sticks.
Ooh.
11 out of 14.
Cool. You only take 5. Is your character still standing though?
Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Your stamina is... Ooh, nope.
All right.
14 out of 13.
I decided to turn up the difficulty for this one. Yep. So we already have one character on, stamina resists, and the party currently has no helpful herbs. Do I want to be that mean? I did give the chemist one of his recipes to start. All right, 50% and under, you do have 2 helpful herbs, our aerospace doctor. You do. Okay, so we do have 2 helpful herbs with our aerospace doctor. And so that is Ransom, that is Watt, that is Otto, that is Styx, and that does bring us to Hector. Hector, what would you like to do?
Oh no. Do I know? Wait a minute. Do I know that she fell down?
Yeah, you hear a big boom, and you notice that Styx is on the ground, and all your life support suits, show each other your vital signs. So you see the distress vital signs.
I don't know if they're at her house or what.
No, I thought I had natural healing. Do I still have to have an herb to?
You do need it. It just makes your healing rate better, but you still need helpful herbs.
Oh, really? Okay. And you said I had 2, right?
You have 2, so that is 1 healing check. Keep in mind, because you're a doctor, you heal. Is that about 30 or 25 rather?
Yeah, I guess I'd be right. Would it be right here? I guess so, yeah.
It'd be
Right there.
right here. I think if you charge, you'll get there. So if you want to charge, but we'll have to wait till your next turn. You can choose to go higher in the order, though. So get into position for now.
Yeah, I guess I want to go ahead and go first on the next round if I can.
Sure.
Well,
Let's
if
do
you
it.
want, since your 25 feet was next to me, you could just hand it off to me and I can deliver it to her. Well, although I don't know if you have to make the check. What kind of check that is for healing?
The healer would have the better result even on a failure. So you probably
Okay.
do want the healer to do the check.
Gotcha.
This is a hazard level 3.
I just didn't want you to get stuck.
Stat actions opportunity. Hazard level 3. Everyone roll a d12 except for Styx, and let me know if you get a 1.
D12?
D12.
Nope.
Except for me. Said except for me.
I got a 6.
All right. No one rolled a 1, so
I got a 4, so no.
that's perfect. So your spacesuits do not give out from the standard protection. I roll a 2, so this gas vent is now the off-gassing vent. Basically, Styx luckily is right outside it currently. But it does get our doctor. Doctor, on the start of your turn, make me an elemental resist. You pass. You're
Sorry,
able.
I think I got skipped.
Oh, you got skipped. So yeah, it's okay. You go before the environment acts. So it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So first I look over at Dr. Hector and I say through my intercom, be careful over there, okay? and then I move towards the helpful herb, and that's 60 feet in a straight line.
You can get
So I
there.
should be able to get there in one move, right? Okay. So now I'm here, and I would like to harvest this helpful herb.
All right, you've moved in a straight line, so that will be your movement and your action. Like D&D, if you double move, you don't take a
Gotcha.
swing.
Okay.
So now those opportunity dice that we rolled went off. Now that gas vent went off. Hector, go ahead and make me an elemental resist. You make it. You can scoot out of the gas cloud safely.
Oh. So, why did I have to make 2 checks?
You're in the elevated impact area, so you're getting kind of attacked by this gas vent, basically.
Okay, I guess it's my turn now, right?
It is your turn. You can move to safety, and you can do what you want to do.
I want to revive Sticks. So, right?
Right? So you spend your 2 helpful herbs,
Uh-oh.
and this is why it's good you're a doctor. On a d6, on a failure, you still heal 1d6 health. Go ahead and roll a d6. Five health. All right. So Ari does not need to do a death resist, and you will be able to take your turn as well. Returning to the normal order, so we did Hector first. So Ransom, now it's your turn for this round. What would you like to do? Would you like to make that mining check?
Wait, I'm sorry. Why is it my turn? I'm a little confused.
The environment is always last. So whenever it's the environment, we start at the beginning of the order.
Oh, okay. So, well, I was the first to go. And when you said Dr. Watt, that's why I thought I was being skipped. I thought you were talking about Dr. Watt, not Hector. I'm sorry.
But Watt's not a doctor.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm a doctor. Or Dr. Hector. Dr. Hector.
All right. So I'm sorry. So, anyways, that was my move. I went out of order. That's my bad. But my move was to go towards the herb. So my move was complete. My bad. Sorry, guys.
Cool. So for some reason, being exploded causes Styx the smuggler to get a glow up. Wait a moment. Characters. And we now have character art. Perfect. All right, so that is Styx. So we've taken Hector, we've taken our Beast Rider. That will now be Roboticist Watt's turn.
Okay, so while Ransom is off gathering the herbs, I am going to come over to this section of the ship. I'm going to see if there's any salvageable parts.
Make a focus check.
10 of 14.
10 of, so you pass?
Yes.
Cool.
Yay.
So Andrew, your pilot, we'll use the gear for the pilot now that we have that open again. You don't find any salvageable parts, but you do find Andrew. Andrew is pinned under some. Actually, no, he went to grab the thing, but he's in bad shape. He'll need a compassion check just to kind of get him mobile again. But you have found your pilot, Andrew.
Compassion is my one thing that I'm not good at.
go ahead and take a free shot at it. No harm in trying.
Nope.
Nope. All
I try to
right.
slap him awake, but nothing happens.
And as you slap him awake, you notice some red boils on his neck. Make a disease resist.
Five.
All right, your suit shows no contamination, but any attempt to heal Andrew, perhaps that is part of the reason why he was the main pilot. Maybe the disease was starting to impact his judgment. One way or another, you do see that he is among the infected, and that means you all have been exposed. So, with that complicating factor, that
I radio this information to the rest of the team.
That brings us to Otto. I'll put the book in inventory over here.
Otto will head down here to this end of it and take a look at this manual.
All right, make a focus check.
4 out of 16.
Nice. All right. Where did I put that? I'm putting it in my written notes, that's why. Okay, so what right here. Yep. So you find a recipe that is for 2 odd ore, 1 arcane algae, and 1 multi-minerals. It allows you to cancel all wind in a 10 space radius for 3 rounds, if for any reason you are in a hostile environment with a lot of wind. Would you like to add that to your recipes known?
Yes.
All right, you hear the Pokemon technical machine beeping, beep, 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 and Otto has learned the skill, wind cancel.
Wind cancel. Okay, that was 2 odd ore, 1 LJ, and 1 mineral.
That is correct.
Much better than Bide.
All right, and that was cancel all wind and what size of area for 3 rounds?
For a 10 space radius, you cancel all wind-based environmental effects.
Okay. Got it.
And that brings us to our newly recovered roboticist. You have a bit of a choice here. You're the best at tech, but you're also not in a good, healthy position. So what would you like to do, Styx?
I'll take a risk and try to get the thing out again.
Another tech roll. Here we go. Man.
Yeah.
Not so good. Nicht gut.
And you don't have any pets yet to help you. Here we go. 74, though. There is not an explosion. So it just sparks. You probably give Hector a mild heart attack, but other than that, everything is fine. That brings us... Is that everyone for this round, I believe? Because we've already done Hector. That was Styx.
Yes. I think
Cool.
so. Yeah.
All right, 50% chance of off-gassing event. 100, there is no off-gassing event. Everyone make me a D10 roll. Let me know if you get a 1 in 10. Good.
Yes.
Yep. Oh.
Man, the dice are just beating up on our new player. So, in these hostile environments, Conditions are so hazardous that all human technology fails given enough time. That is why we have the opportunity die system. The longer you all stay in the hostile environment, the higher the risk of your spacesuit failing, as represented by the ever smaller opportunity die. So what we now need Styx to do is to try and roll under your current stamina, which is 5, which is hard to do. But let's see how that goes. Roll a d20.
Come on, Sticks.
You make
Yes.
it.
Boom.
All right.
Nice.
You make it this round, so no damage this round. Well done. We probably want to get those helpful herbs as soon as possible. And with that, we will go to
Got it.
we will go to the top of our order. Ransom. What would you? No one's in the gas bubble, so no one has to worry about that. Ransom, what would you like to do?
I'd like to go ahead and harvest the helpful herb.
Make a compassion check.
Okay. Let's see.
Leave that.
I think that's a fail. Yeah, I failed that one.
Your compassion's 15, not 16.
My compassion is 9. It's the dominance that's the
That's right. Okay, well,
skill on the character.
you still get the 1 on a fail, so we have 1 helpful herbs in inventory, and the inventory through beam technology and whatever convenient thing video game characters use to carry more weapons than is rational. It is shared inventory.
All right.
So
I can't make a movement now, can I?
yes, you can.
Okay. Let's see. I want to do I need to bring the helpful herb to Sticks, or can I use it to try to go get the butterfly?
So the strict rule, if you're going by my book directly, is you need to be in line of sight to beam something to someone. So yeah, if you get there and perhaps Styx, moves a foot over to get you a straight line, you can probably do a convenient beam that way.
Well, did Hector have 2 herbs or 1 herb? I thought he had 2 herbs.
It costs 2 to do a healing check.
Oh. What do you guys think? Should I go get a butterfly, or should I use the herb to? I don't think we're going to be able to gather anymore. Should I use the herb on Sticks?
No,
I
don't
can-
worry. Get the butterfly.
I can also, the generator next to me, I can program it to produce us some herbs.
Okay. Well, then I will go towards the butterfly. Let's see. So I need to go about 30 feet
Right.
in a straight line because I
Yeah.
already made an action.
Oh yeah, so you've already made action, so yeah, about 30 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to go 30 feet in the straight line out here.
Perfect. That brings us to Watt. Watt, are you going to try to get the helpful herbs from the machine?
Since we are on a planet that looks like it's a lot of rock and molten stuff, it looks like it'd probably be in our best interest to tell this thing to start making helpful herbs. So yeah, I'm gonna program this thing to start 3D printing some herbs.
Perfect. So it first make a tech check to make sure you don't spark anything in the environment.
You can hear me holding my breath.
And you
Yay.
do. All right. Roll a 1d6 plus 1d4. This is kind of a special mining area.
1d6 plus what?
1d4.
7.
7. All right. So, from your position, if we're playing with our beaming rules, you are in good position to beam to our doctor, and you do also have line of sight to our beast rider. And our beast rider actually will need will need 2 helpful herbs to feed the thing.
Oh. Ooh.
So that is a good thing. But we have plenty to go around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5, right? 6 and 7. We have 8 helpful herbs in inventory. Let's see.
Good.
We've done Watt, we've done Ransom, Otto. Actually, Otto, do you... Otto, let's take Otto and Hector together. What order do you want to take your turns in? Or Sticks. No, Otto is the... I'm getting my character. Otto, what would you like to do?
Is there anything else I can get out of this manual?
Not likely.
All right. I will drop it and investigate this side of the broken part of the ship that I'm at.
All right, make a focus check.
6 out of 16.
Nice. So, on a 6 out of 16, you remember that this wing had the communications disk. That communications disk is no longer attached. But there is a communication disk here. That's where it landed. Lucky for you and your lives, it did not fall into the abyss. But you think that if anyone can succeed at getting that tech module out of this wing and bring it to here, you might hopefully be able to radio for help. Hopefully.
Excellent. Vance, I got another job for you.
You call?
Over here, Snell. Grab this.
Soon, my friend, soon. First off, I've got an injured pilot over here. He needs a doctor.
No, he'll live. Come on.
He's being boiled alive.
It's just
What's a little
question.
heat for the body? It's good for you. Come
That's
on.
not what I meant. This man is covered in sores.
Tell him to suck it up, Buttercup.
Hector and Styx, you are close together, so you can coordinate your actions. Who would like to act first? Who would like to act second? What would you all like to do?
Is that cloud of toxic smoke is still boiling away, right?
Right. So you probably don't want to enter it.
I feel like I'm gonna burn 2 herbs and heal Sticks.
Perfect. 1.
I don't know why I had an Austrian accent just now. I'm supposed to have an Eastern European accent.
It seems to
It's
just
the
sort of
toxic cloud.
be wandering the globe. Yeah, maybe every time you get into toxic gas, you code switch.
It's like
I mean,
helium.
that's a real thing. I mean,
No,
people get knocked in the
this
head
is
and all of a
how
sudden they
I'm
wake up
supposed
with a different accent.
It's like Rigel from
This-
Farscape. When he gets nervous, he
This is
farts
how I'm
helium.
supposed to talk,
Yeah.
just like this.
Go ahead and make
It's an Austrian accent. Okay. I got a 10.
All right, you get to roll a d8 to heal since you succeed on the roll.
I almost rolled D10. That's not that good. 3.
Not the best, but our Styx has gone from 5 to 8. That luckily does mean that on the Styx's spacesuit is still failing. But the max damage, if everything goes bad on that, is a d6. So you know that Styx is not going to be one-shotted this round. So that is a good thing. Presuming
Right.
Styx doesn't blow up. Styx, what would you like to do?
No, I wanna do my movement.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so 20 feet, right? 25 feet as far as I can go, right?
That's right.
All right. I'll move right there. Right where you just measured. Right here. Yeah, I'm coming for the pilot, Andrew, or whatever his name is.
All right, Styx, you are at bat. What would you like to do?
Again, I will attempt to get the thing out of there. Wish me luck.
All right, let's see if the dice owe you a favor. Let's see how this works. You do, right?
Nice.
All right. What's your tech? It's like 16 or something, right?
14.
8 under 14. Good. So you have the tech module. I will mark your character. I think there's a way for me to mark characters. Or am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Roll20. Okay, but yeah, you Styx is holding the communications module. If that communication module is brought to the communicator, hopefully you can ask for help. That is everyone for this round, correct? Believe so.
Yeah.
50% chance of off-gassing. 50 and under was
Sweet.
bad. Nothing bad happens. Everyone except Styx, roll a D8 for your spacesuits.
I'm
8.
good.
3.
3.
6.
No one's spacesuit fails. Styx, you'll have to give me another stamina check, and you're at 8, so it will be a hard one. Best of luck.
So,
Yep.
Styx has the will to live. All right.
Nice.
Top of the order, Ransom. What would you like to do?
It's her high
Um,
dominance at 16.
So I would like to move towards the butterfly. I'm really keen on trying to get that butterfly. Now, if I like go 50 feet, because I'm not going to be able to try to tame it this turn because I only have one herb. If I try to go 50 feet, am I going to spook it?
That's not quite true. You have the beam technology, so everyone's in roughly eye of sight. It might be hard to beam things to Styx right now. Styx doesn't really have line of sight to anyone, but because you have line of sight to your party members, especially this one who did the mining, you can get the helpful herbs you need. Remember, you have that bonus movement. So if for the sake of argument you burned that, I'll allow it. You'll be able to get adjacent to the butterfly if you burn your bonus movement.
So, and do I need to get the herb from Watt before or after I make my movement check?
Right now, and again, that's a free action. So we note that you two, beam while you have eye of sight. You get your 2 helpful herbs for the butterfly.
All right. And I go, thank you, Dr. Watt. And I go and move towards that cute butterfly over there. And
I say you're welcome. Again, I am not a doctor.
well, now to me it's becoming a running joke. I'm just going to call everybody doctor now. Dr. Styx, Dr. Otto, Dr. Watt, Dr. Hector. Maybe Hector's the only one I don't call doctor, but I feel like since all of y'all are
No, you can't do that.
I feel like since all of y'all are more proficient with technology than I am, I'm just going to call all y'all doctor from now on. Just so I can make sure not to offend anybody.
it is deemed a privilege to become a doctor. It is an earned reputation.
Whatever you say, Doc. And so yeah, that's my move, right? I can't do a tame move yet since I rushed it, right?
No, it's your bonus. That's what's special about your bonus movement. It allows you to.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to tame it with my dominance,
all right, go on ahead.
and I'm successful.
Perfect. All right. So for those of you new to the game, let me kind of make this bigger. So, Stardust butterflies. They are elixir type creatures, which might be helpful in a medical scenario. So, if they get 4 helpful herbs, they can make it into medical elixir. Often that is the prerequisite for making a cure of some kind. It usually requires some other ingredient as well, special to the disease. But you do usually have to get that base solution of medical elixir, and this Stardust butterfly can help you do that. It has 3 energy to begin with. You can spend a point of energy to get support on focus and compassion. When you do that, it will roll a d4 and improve your roll by that result.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So that is your creature. Creatures do bond to their tamer, so you are the one in control of it. And where's the? I'll just put it in inventory right here. Yep.
Now with the elixir type on the butterfly, you saying being used for medical, there's not really a way that I can like use that to help with the doctor's roles or anything like that, is there?
So
Or anybody who's trying to do a focus type, or is it just in terms of when I do those kinds of roles?
So you can basically, if you make the medical elixir, you can hand it to anyone. Its main purpose, though, is to be the base concoction for curing a specific disease, more so than first aid. But again, you're in a medical scenario. This whole planet, it needs the cure developed, and catching a elixir type is probably the first step to that.
Okay, and does it like, do I kill the butterfly if I do that, or is
No,
it
no,
just
no, no.
harvest it?
Yeah, it just you can train it to produce that for you. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
kill it.
Okay, cool. Because I don't think I'd like to kill butterflies very much.
Random
So
tangent.
yeah,
Have you ever played Slime Rancher? You,
no, but I've heard of people playing it.
you go back and forth between thinking your slimes are cute and adorable to thinking they're eldritch abominations to thinking their farm animals are willing to just kill for produce. All in the same game. It's hilarious. But no, that's not Hostile Sun. You do try to keep your animals alive.
All right.
So that is. We'll try a rule. I'm just thinking of this now that if you want to, you can spend a unit of medical elixir to auto succeed on a medicine check. That seems legit. So we'll play test that for this game.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
You can use medical elixir to auto succeed on a medicine check, and it will
Oh,
be
awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Hector wrote it down. I didn't, but Dr. Hector did.
All right, Watt, you have a few choices open to you right now in your immediate area. You have the molten minerals, you have the odd ore, you can try more compassion on your friend. You could also go and explore, see what else perhaps is there. What would you like to do?
I'm actually going to try to work my way over to where Dr. Schultz is. Like with this amount of movement, would I still be able to take an action?
What action are you trying to take?
I'm trying to find what Dr. Schultz pointed out earlier so that we can try to link it back up with the disc.
So, yeah, basically this whole wing is kind of a place where you can make attempted tech checks and see if you can get those components out. So Styx has been trying. If you can get there, you can give it an attempt. I don't think you'll be able to get there in one movement because you'll have to move around that thing. So you probably wind up around here. You could, en route, try to get molten minerals if that's a risk you want to take. Remember the explosive atmosphere, but that is your choice.
All right, I will. See.
Do it.
come down here. Yeah, I'll come down here and position myself for later, but I'll also try to mine the odd ore.
Perfect. All right, go ahead and make a might check. Nice.
That'll do it.
Go ahead and roll a d4. And it does say in the rule book that when on a success, you do have a guaranteed minimum of 2. So you roll the lowest, but that is still 2 odd ore. And that is enough for plenty of for certain recipes. So
Good.
where did I put that? All right. Yeah, Control Z. 1 and 2. I'll shrink these down to size. Party inventory. That was our friend. That was Watt. Otto, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I will go ahead and actually attempt to mine mineral here.
All right, make a tech check.
$13 out of 9.
So you roll over, correct?
Yep.
Make an elemental resist.
Yay. Let's see that. Ouch.
You
Not
take
so good.
You take 11 points of damage.
Ouch.
Is your character still standing?
Stamina. Nope.
All right.
Not anymore.
So yeah, wow, you're like, yeah, I got this, and then the moment it's in your hands, you just hear this explosion behind you, and you turn to see Dr. Schultz on the ground. And with that, that is Dr. Schultz's turn.
Ouch.
That brings us to Styx. Styx, what would you like to do?
I will start moving toward here.
All right, go on ahead. If you move in a straight line, you can move 50. Getting about here.
Alright, I will do that.
Perfect. That brings us to Hector. What would you like to do?
Who has the butterfly?
That would be me, Ransom, the writer over here. I don't know how you. Let me see.
No, I see it.
Yeah,
The
this one
elixir.
right here.
The elixir. Give me the elixir. Give me the butterfly. So I can produce the elixir.
That is
Can I
usually
just do that, or
that is
Would
usually
that be the best?
that is usually done between scenes. Just as an FYI, it's not. You know, it'd be like trying to make a sword in the middle of a fight, right?
We've just met. You can't milk a butterfly after just one meeting. There has to be steps.
Okay. We still have herbs, right?
Yeah, 4
I
helpful
was right
herbs.
here.
You're about there.
Okay, and we need to be line of sight to get stuff from one another, right?
That is correct.
All right. How close can I get to Andrew?
So to get to Andrew, 15. He can probably start scooting around the corner, but it's going to be a long, yeah.
All right.
To do a full check, you'll need to get right there.
All right. I guess that's the end of my turn because I was thinking that I could get an elixir, but no. So I will just truck along, try to get to the diseased pilot.
All right.
What is it? Is it smallpox?
That's what you all are hired to find out. Nothing off gases. So everyone except Otto and Styx, roll a d6 for me.
Oh man. Getting nervous. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh.
All right, roll your current stamina. I don't think you've taken any damage yet, so you should be,
Not yet. Yeah. So do I roll a 20 for that or?
Yeah, roll a
Stamina?
d20. Try to get your current stamina or lower.
Okay. Here, oop. Okay, here we go. I made it.
All right,
4.
no damage this turn.
Oof.
Those of you that are dying,
Bug is busted.
of first Styx, make your stamina resist. So that'll be trying to get 8 and under.
I got a 16.
Nope.
Ouch. So you take 6 points of my oxygen tank. Well, you probably don't need the oxygen tank, but your life support systems are all failing. You're at 2 HP. Hopefully you get to that and can radio for help soon. And Schultz, make me a dominance check to see if you become our first killed character in Under a Hostile Sun.
1 out of 16.
You hold out. Well done.
You know, I totally forgot you died, by the way.
I'm
I should have
invincible.
I was wondering why. Okay, yeah.
I totally forgot about it. I didn't mean to. I promise you, I didn't mean to, but I totally forgot about it.
All good.
Oh, wait. My dominance is 12, not 16. My bad. I was looking at the wrong sheet. But I still passed it.
You still passed. That that brings us to Ransom.
My bad.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry. I know you said this already, but if I were to get adjacent to the doctor with the butterfly, could it help him on his heal checks, or would that not be?
If you're present there and directing it, yes, you can have the butterfly help someone else. What you can't do is just send it off.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, I think I will go and try to aid the doctor. I don't want to make any tech checks, so I think I'm just going to go through the straight line all the way to where the pilot is, right here.
Yeah.
No,
right here,
no,
right?
don't
No?
go to the
You're
other
not meeting me
doctor.
there?
Yes, no, right
No.
there. To the
I'm
other.
talking about where the pilot went. The pilot's over here, right?
Pilot's over
No,
here.
You're going to?
He needs a help. I'm gonna go there.
Okay,
I'm going
so-
to him first.
Okay. So I messaged the doctor like, where do you want me to meet you at? And I'm guessing tell me over here. So that's where I make my move. Is over
Right to
there.
here.
Okay. So I ride over. I say, coming for you, Doc, and I'm right there next to him. Is there? I don't want to make I don't want to make a tech check because my tech is terrible. Is there anything else I can do while I'm here? Kind of look around, scan for any other creatures or items of interest that can be helpful to the party, but not include tech because my tech is terrible. I'm not
Right.
going to attempt it right now, especially since my life support system is failing.
So, da 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 da. So there is a Overwatch action called Please Don't Die. It requires you to be adjacent to a player, and you basically just
Okay.
guarantee that they pass their death resist on this round. So,
So
I'm
that's what I'll do then.
cool. So, Dr.
So
Schultz,
I with the doctor laying down there, passed out, I just kind of, once I reach there with my mount, I hop off and I go, I kneel down to him, and I know he's wearing like a full life support suit, but I just rear back and just start smacking him, just like, get it together, man, and just smack real hard, trying to get him to stay awake, stay alive.
and somehow hitting him helped him not die. Congratulations.
Oldest trick in the book.
So that was Ransom. That brings us to Watt, correct?
Yeah, Ransom, then what?
Dr. Watt.
Um, did Styx already get that component out of the wing?
Yes.
Okay.
Styx is holding, and Styx is en route to radio help.
Okay. So I am not going to try to do something stupid, so but at the same time, yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to go anywhere too far. Yeah, I think the only thing in this area is the. Did Dr. Schultz already collect the molten mineral, or did it just blow up in his face?
Oh, that's right. On a failed check, you do get one. Otto doesn't know it yet because he died right as it blew up, but there is a molten mineral at his feet in party storage.
Yeah.
Basically just floating there like a Minecraft block.
Pretty much.
Okay. If I head back toward Andrew, would me trying to resuscitate him with compassion, would that do any more damage to him?
No, you will succeed or not.
Okay. Let's see. I will make my way
And
back.
you can get there.
Okay, I'll make my way back to where the doctor is and
Make a
see if. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'll see if concussive maintenance works the second time.
All right, give it a shot.
And it does.
Nice.
5 is less than 7.
Very good. So as he wakes up, there is a benefit to saving him. Where did I put that? They literally just... Oh, please hold. Oh, secret playtest, that's why. Okay. He gives you a bot. This is similar to a creature, can help you manage your risk. The microbot swarm is a swarm of microbots. It can be used to make mithril. It has a lesser energy pack, but it supports tech for D6. It can also support pest resists. So, Watt, you can code that into your robotics armor if you like. Did that make
Nice.
sense?
I've got some bot bugs now.
Buggy buds.
And Andrew, is kind of coughing and sputtering. We need to radio for help soon. We can't survive in this environment indefinitely. So, but take my microbots. They'll be of more use to you than me. And with that was Watt. That brings us to Otto. Correct? Oh well, Otto is dying. So we'll let you roll. But you passed due to the presence of Ransom. So, but Otto is unconscious at the moment.
See.
That brings us to Styx. Styx, what would you like to do?
Alright, I will continue moving in the direction that I was currently.
Cool.
Yeah. So, up here.
So you can reattach it if you like.
Yep, I will do that.
So, hello. We are looking for Pilot Andrew. Is there anyone copying us? Hello.
Can we all hear
Hello.
this, or is this just Styx?
Mostly Styx at the moment.
Okay.
Reading you loud and clear.
They're all dead.
I see. How is everyone doing? Is everyone in good health?
Not everyone, but we're still here. We need help ASAP.
All right. We'll be there soon. Just hold on a little longer. So above game, we'll finish out this round, and then you all will have to survive just one more round before help arrives, and that will get you safely out of the scene. So that was Styx. That brings us to Hector. So Andrew is, mobile enough for now. That just brings us to our upside down Dr. Schultz. What would you like to do?
Why did I get skipped?
You're the doctor, right?
Yeah.
You're at the last in the order.
He meant Dr. Hector. He didn't mean Dr. Schultz. Right?
Right. Oh yeah. It's your turn, Ryan.
Yeah, I want to move towards Dr. Schultz.
Cool.
And we have to use 2 helpful herbs.
Nice.
And I got a 1.
All right, roll a d8. I'll let you roll 2 d8s and take the higher value. Kind of a critical success sort of deal.
I got 4, which is better than 1.
All right. So Schultz, you come to. I'll allow, because you're undergoing healing right now, I'll let you skip this round stamina resist. Anyone else who's dying, which I believe is Styx.
I believe I am. I've got my life support's failing, so I gotta pull I have to roll stamina as well.
Yeah, try to roll your current stamina and under. Let's see if Styx holds out here.
Ooh, I passed it again.
All right, Styx holds out. Or rather, you hold out, Styx. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
I believe you're only at 2 stamina, so this is quite the roll here. All right.
Oh.
Two
Nope.
exactly. So Styx is flatlining again. Don't worry though. We just have to hold out one more round.
Hold on, Sticks. Hold on.
And let me see if I get a 50% and under for the environment. I do not. All right. So since this is the last round, we'll be a little more informal. Is anyone taking any other actions other than just trying to not die?
Can I move towards Sticks and do another please don't die action?
Yes.
It's 55 feet away. I just don't know if that's a free action or not.
So it is. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Yep. Go ahead and get there. Because you're the Beast Rider,
right.
you tend to do things a little faster. So yeah, get there.
So I hop back on my mount and I say, Mr. Gibbles, away! And I sprint over towards Sticks, and I hop down and I do the same maneuver. Although since she's a woman, I do it a little bit gentler, but I still smack her across the helmet, telling her, "Stay alive, stay awake," and just smacking her, trying to keep her focused and awake.
All right. So Styx is guaranteed to pass this round's death resist. Very good. Anyone else taking actions?
So Schultz is up, right?
Schultz is up with 4 HP, or stamina, we said, right?
Yeah.
I can't do a heal on the smuggler, can I?
You're too far. Yeah, you're too far.
Okay. Okay, then yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
All right. So everyone who doesn't have a failing spacesuit, roll a d6.
Can I lie about the roll?
Nope.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got a question out of game. Does it never go to a D4 or?
At hazard level 3, it does not. There's 4
Okay,
different
so-
hazard levels, so yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, I didn't get a 3.
Cool.
I got a 3.
You just need to worry about getting a 1. So there's a little die. I'll show you what I'm looking at.
No, I know what it is.
Okay.
I was just being cheeky.
So Styx automatically passes death resist for this round. Otto, make me a stamina check against your 4 stamina.
9.
All right, you're dying again. But lucky for you, this is the end of the round. So you are all picked up by the emergency crew, and they will get you all to safety.
He just stood up and just went 9 and then fell back down again.
So above game, kind of a game master, game designer notes. This time, normally the other times we've play tested before the game started, I've allowed everyone to get a free mining roll. This time I basically started you with next to nothing. Basically the Beast Rider got to start with their mount. The chemistry professor has 1 shot of the potion we discussed, Otto.
Yep.
And
Which didn't come into play yet.
and given that I allowed them to start with one of their things, the aerospace doctor started with 2 helpful herbs. But basically, unlike other games where you've all kind of started with 3 to 4 resources that kind of powering your powers, this time you all started with nothing. Also, the other playtests we were doing hazard level 2, which is a bit more generous. So yeah, what'd you all think about the intense difficulty?
It was interesting.
It was really fun.
Yeah, I liked it. It kept
I
Very on
literally
the
did
edge of
not.
your seat.
the edge of my seat.
Awesome.
I literally did not take any damage. I think that was just the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I got
Neither.
placed.
And my spacesuit failed. But yeah, I haven't taken any damage either yet. So I mean, it's definitely manageable. It's just, but it also makes it more intense for people that have poor rolls. But thankfully,
Yeah.
the advantage of, especially with having a Beast Rider, I mean, I can run around the map pretty, not like just wherever, but it allows. I mean, I believe I've crossed over this map a lot more than anybody else has, and it's allowed me to, especially with the stay alive. It doesn't make it unfair when people have bad rolls.
Right, and so
You can keep them alive, which is
so
nice.
so in Dungeons and Dragons, there's different roles. There's the tank, there's the healer, there's range DPS, right? We kind of sort the different classes into those different roles. Obviously, in Hostile Sun, we don't have those roles, but there's basically like 4 different roles, and the Beast Rider, Hallowed Hunter are the kind of animal catchers, and one of their jobs is they're the quickest. And so, yes, that is definitely your role during a hostile environment scene. You're the first person that can get to somewhere stat if it's needed. So your base movement is 6 instead of 5. You get those 4 bonus movements. If you charge when using the bonus movements, that functionally is 8 extra movement, right? So yeah, that is definitely the Beast Rider's role. Chemistry for Professor and Smuggler have they can spend potions to basically become invulnerable, but they can't move that well when they're invulnerable. So they're great for, if there's a bomb you're defusing or something, and, if the roll fails, you don't want them to die. They can be the kind of titanium man.
Yep.
And that's 3, roboticists and smuggler. And chemistry professor, your job is really the potions. You can control the most potions compared to anyone else. And so
Yeah, and I thought of a few recipes throughout the game. Like, oh, I should have come up with that or this. Oh well.
So don't go sticking your hand in molten material. It may blow up in your face.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for the recipe I actually had, I needed a 1. But nope, didn't work.
To me, I'd have gotten it for you.
I'm kind of a mad doctor after all, so he's going to take the risk.
I could have gotten it for you. I could have beamed it to you. You cannot change the laws of teamwork.
I would make a Star Trek reference, but I'm not allowed to curse, so.
Har.
Any other comments on gameplay? This is still a growing system, so all comments, feedback.
I got a question.
Sure.
What's the purpose of getting 2 helpful herbs instead of just getting 1?
Basically, there are recipes that only take 1 helpful herb. So just different recipes take different things. I don't know if I...
Yeah. As an example, my recipe takes 4 arcane algae and 1 molten mineral. So I would only need 1 as opposed to more, just to pull it off once. But
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Okay.
Otherwise,
I guess I hadn't dug too deep into what you can create outside of what I've been playing.
yeah.
That's
Other
fine.
than that, the more we have, the better, because
And actually,
they
that's
can be used for pet food and all sorts of stuff.
that's great for you all and for our players. So if we're playing on a planet where there is no colony, and you all really are roughing it, you're on your own, I'll require you to make rations. Like in Dungeons and Dragons, you need rations to eat. Those are 1 arcane algae, 1 helpful herbs for a ration. So there's acid, which is 1 straight sap, 1 odd ore.
Both of them together.
Mm-hmm. So, and of course, there's the custom recipes where if there's charts for that too. So there are different things that you can do.
Okay.
So we are basically at our 2-hour mark. But what that is, I think this was an amazing go. I know one of our players had to leave at 1 hour. If you need to leave, that's totally chill.
Gotcha.
If everyone else wants to take 7 minutes and stretch, get a drink, do whatever, and be back here in 7 minutes, we can probably do at least half of one more scene. Or does that sound cool to everyone?
Are you going to pause the
I
recording?
was thinking I was just going to jump off.
You gotta jump off?
No, I don't have to. I was thinking about jumping off. I thought this was a 2-hour thing. Unless you guys want to keep going. Oh no, I was just feeling like easy Tuesday instead of the slog of Shadow Dark.
Right.
Yeah.
Just checking it out.
Those of you that can want to meet next week.
I'll definitely meet next week.
To finish this, you bet.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah, I should be there.
We will probably have to meet at 6 because of my work. Faithful, will you probably have to skip? I know you're with family and whatnot.
Is that 6 Pacific time?
6 Pacific, yeah.
Okay. Next Tuesday is what you're saying?
Next Tuesday, 6 Pacific.
Let me talk to my wife. I might be able to make that work. But let me talk to her and make sure, because she's more important than the rest of y'all. Sorry, guys.
We know how it is.
Oh man!
She certainly better be. Before you jump off, though,
Also, DJ, I do want to congratulate you on getting your more important than us ball and chain. So congrats on your proposal.
Yeah, congrats.
Not in the area right now. Thanks.
Oh, wait.
Long
here.
time planning.
Give me a second. There we go. Congrats. And cuts off.